What's that?
There's knocking upstairs.
What the hell?
Investigating the paranormal can be very hit and miss. Often we can visit a location with huge reputation for being the most haunted, then the night turns out to be long and quiet with very little activity. That's why I like to dig a little deeper. We have so much history across the UK that I'm certain that there are many haunted places out there that fall under the radar. Tonight we're so lucky to have been granted access to one of them, and I'm certain that this location will not disappoint. As we're a team member down tonight, I've asked our good friend Miki York to join us once again to investigate this fantastic location. Welcome to Ponden Mill.
My name is Richard Trainer. I'm one of the owners of Ponden Mill. We've been trying to restore the mill for 11 years. We've been here that long. We bought Ponden Mill in 2011 with the idea of restoring it. The mill was built in 1791. It was a cotton mill originally. There were always about 50 people working here, including children. And it was really the sort of center of this community in this valley. The project was to save the mill by finding a new purpose for it. What tends to happen is the mills are destroyed and then people build, because it is then a brownfield site in the middle of Greenbelt. People build houses on them. Not that people don't need houses, but maybe people need old mills. I just don't know it. There were always about 50 people working here. They were all female, pretty much, working in the shop, aged 15 to about 25. So they're all young. They all come back and visit, and it's quite a large number of people. So I said 50 at any given one time, and the shop was open for 34 years, and it had fairly high turnover. So hundreds of people come back, and each of them, there's not a single one that's come back to visit that hasn't had a ghost story concerning the building. Some of them sort of corroborate each other. So like, for example, there's a Victorian lady that likes to appear on the top floor. And she's been seen by multiple people, at least 10 or 15. And, there are a whole variety of those stories. I mean, I could go on for hours recounting all of them. Part of the land is on the other side of the river, outside the building. And the first time I got to the other side, because there was no bridge, we built the bridge, I just turned the camera back and took a picture of the building. And then later on I noticed that there was what looks like someone in one of the windows. There was no one in the building at the time. As you can see in the photograph, the building is looking fairly derelict at this point. Yeah, now the young boy is a story that comes multiple sightings in various places. For example, the story goes, and I think there's some historical evidence of it, but I've got to get hold of the paperwork. There was a boy who died basically getting sucked into one of the machines. And there was a machine in a spinning mill called the Death, and it was called that for a reason, because it basically ripped the bales of cotton to pieces before they were spun, and it would rip anything else. Anyway, apparently he bled to death. Now, the first story that came out of that was there was one particular night. Said this was a shop. It was fully alarmed. It had a complete alarm system, and they were trying to lock up and make sure that it close up for the night on a Sunday. And they heard crying, and they searched the building and couldn't find anything, and they searched it again. The crying was really obviously someone crying, and they had to get the manager down because they didn't know what to do. There was obviously someone in the building, and they couldn't find him. One of the former employees was here 2 or 3 months ago, and she actually saw him, as in the boy, standing on the stairs, minus a leg, which is kind of interesting. I mean, they could go on and on. Literally, there are hours of these tales.
Right, we are about ready to go. It's that time of night where I'm going to decide who's going to be looking after this venue. And I've got my iPad today. We're upgrading, we're doing away with the paper, we're being environmentally friendly, and we're going digital. So who am I going to give this to tonight? Hi, Miki.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah? Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Phil. Who's going to be in charge tonight? I think it's got to be Jane.
Yes. Thank you.
So we're in your hands this evening. What?
That's the best you could come up with.
We're in Jane's hands this evening, so please be kind to us.
I can't promise.
You're going to be deciding who goes where,
Yeah.
who goes alone,
Yeah.
where we're going to be putting the CCTV cameras, and where we're going to be setting up experiments. It's all down to you.
No pressure.
No pressure. So I'm just going to get a quick gauge. How are we feeling?
All right, apart from the room upstairs.
Oh yeah, you don't like it up there.
No.
Miki, second time that you've ventured out with Are You Haunted. How are you feeling about this building?
It's really good, really old, so hopefully we'll get some good activity.
Yeah, there's a lot of things being reported here. So I'm going to hand it over to Jane. You let us know where you want to put us. Have a quick read through on the information on there, and then we'll get started.
No problem. Look forward to it.
All right, have you made a decision?
Yeah, I have. So, Phil, I'm going to be kind to you. Hub.
Thanks.
No problem. I'll get you next time. I'm going to go and do a lone vigil upstairs in the bedrooms.
Right.
Sarah, Miki, if you'd like to go into the main hall and the bar,
Okay. Quite a bit of area to explore.
Yeah.
that should cover most of the ground floor.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Shall we start off in the bar area at the back and then
Sounds like a good plan.
work our way in?
So this is one of... Ooh, we're going out of focus. One of the bedrooms. Creaky floor. Lovely four-poster. And another. So, just let me find myself somewhere to sit. Oh, I've got a nice chair here.
Okay, for everybody watching at home, just a recap of what the CCTV monitor looks like. On the top left, as I look at it, is a shot of the stairs just outside here, behind me, looking up where footstep noises have been heard on a regular basis. Top right is a view looking over the kitchen area where I'm sat at the moment, but it's looking over the far side of the kitchen area. Bottom left, we've moved the CCTV camera slightly so it's looking down the corridor, which ends up coming into this area where I'm sat. And bottom right is the main hall, which is a long view looking down the hallway into the bar area. And that's currently where Miki and Sara are.
This building just seems to go on, and I think this is the area. Look, can you see with the floor from up above when he came through the floor apparently. So the floor's a bit iffy up there. There's nobody upstairs at the moment other than the guys that own the place and that live up there, but they're locked down into the bedroom. They've gone to bed now, so we're pretty much here. What was that?
That sounded like it was from that direction.
What?
That was some sort of furniture being moved.
That was like a chair being dragged on the floor. We're pretty much here. What? Careful. Was it upstairs?
Possibly, because there's nothing really here. Unless it's a chair in the bar, like a stool. But the upstairs is just there. There's obviously no ceiling here.
Yeah. That was loud.
But it didn't sound like it was just above us. It sounded like in that direction.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Hello? Is there somebody here? If you made that noise just then, can you please repeat it for us?
So this cottage is supposed to be active. Call it the cottage. It's the B&B. Used to be a cafe downstairs. There used to be 3 rooms upstairs, which they've turned into 2 bedrooms and 2 en-suites. But as I say, this is supposed to be active as well. It's not very often I come anywhere on my own. I'm a little bit of a scaredy pants, as you all know. So I thought I'd be brave. And I'm wondering if there's anybody who's come to do this lone vigil with me, so I'm not actually alone. I've heard there's lots and lots of you in here. I'd like to invite you to come forward and make yourself known to me. The stream is rushing by outside. It's really quite a relaxing noise. We know there's a Victorian lady here. And a crying boy. Amongst many other spirits, I imagine.
Is there somebody here? Did you move the furniture?
Thought I heard whistling then.
Whistling?
Whistling, yeah. Like someone as if they were doing their day-to-day things.
Really? That's one of the things that's been heard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, you weren't here, were you?
No.
No,
Yeah.
earlier on, Barbara was saying that they hear somebody just sort of like jovial, sort of
Yes,
whistling.
That's what I just heard.
Wow, really?
There's nobody outside.
No, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah.
Is there anybody here with me in this part of the building? Can you try and make a noise for me, please? Can you move something for me?
Okay, so I've moved into the other bedroom. Has anyone come through with me? Come and say hello to me. I've dared myself to come and sit on my own. I don't want to scare you. If you're a child, I don't want there to be too many of us there.
Is the small child here? Are you upstairs playing? You want to play hide and seek? You want to run around? Round.
I could hear slight noises then, but I'm not sure if it was upstairs or down here. Did you hear it? Sort of like very light.
No.
Hello. Yeah?
Fine, it's just so lovely and calm up there. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Over here somewhere. Where Miki and I had something earlier. Oh my God, what was that? What was that?
Not sure. Feedback on the camera.
God, that will woken them up.
Eh?
That will woken them up.
Christ. That was weird. Just like massive feedback on the camera, I had to turn it off.
Oh, that was
On
freaky.
CCTV.
That's giving me heart palpitations.
Jesus. Don't ask me why that was.
That was so loud.
All the cameras are muted so that we don't get feedback from the audio like that. And then suddenly, just we was on about a noise that occurred in this area where we are. Literally, at the same time, it appears that the audio on the camera that is in this room came on. And it got stuck in a loop, an audio feedback loop.
Hello?
Footsteps, are you there?
Hello? What is that?
I don't know, it's definitely footsteps. It sounds like footsteps anyway. Would you like to come down here? We can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello? Wow, that's constant.
Creaking. Like a creaky stair.
So come on, if there's somebody here with us, come and speak to us, please. Are there any children here that used to work in the mill?
We've brought some toys. Would you like to see the toys? Shut the Did you hear that? That was like definite moving. Do you want to see the toys that we've brought?
Did you hear that creak? What is that?
Where is it? Is it coming still from that way?
It's not even bar, is it? No.
Shall we go and have a look? Anybody in here with us in this room? Can you make a noise for us, please?
See, there's like a...
What was that?
What's it over there?
Did you hear that? Like a shh.
Yeah, over that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that you can hear the fridge noise in there, but then something sounded that way. Hello?
I've sent Sarah with the Zoom recorder down into the bar area. We're still getting a lot of noises down there, so it makes sense to leave something recording. I've just sent Miki right up to the top floor, to the mezzanine, where the toys used to fall on the floor. He took some toys with him, so he's going to be doing a vigil up there. And then Sarah and Phil are going to the floor below the mezzanine. And I'm going to stay here on the hub.
So, as on the first vigil, me and Miki have been getting a bit of noise down in this area. I'm going to set the zoom up. So, I'm just going to put my torch there. So, zoom recorder is now recording, so I'm going to pop it on the shelf. Okay, so Zoom is at Ponden Mill. We're into now second vigil, and this is set up behind the bar. Okay, and I have to say, leaving quite rapidly out of there because it feels a bit weird. And I didn't really like it in there by myself.
I just heard a noise up here already.
Already?
Yeah. Just as I was walking through.
What kind of noise?
It's like something moved. Like something was picked up and dropped. Hello?
Right, okay. I'm going to be honest. I went into that bit to put the zoom in there. And it felt proper freaky. So I rapidly came out.
So I've just come upstairs to the top floor where Jane has sent me. And before we even got settled, I've heard a noise in that very corner. So there's reports of children up here. So I've got 2 items to use as trigger objects I'm going to place around here. And hopefully a child can come and see if they want to come and play with it.
Are you a child? Can we hear your voice?
So I'm talking to the little boy that's supposed to be up here. I don't mean you any harm. Actually, let's get down on the floor. Would you like to play a game? We're going to play hide and seek. So I'll count and then you can go hide somewhere. Okay? Can you do that? So if I count to 10, I'll close my eyes and you go hide. And then I have to find you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. So if I get close to you, could you make a noise so that I know where you are? Could you do that? Where are you hiding?
Right. So I'm coming, I've sat in the main heard a noise then from the kitchen. The main I've come into the main hall. It's pretty dark in here. There's no curtains, all the windows are open, but there's no outside like external lights. So apart from the glare of the camera and a little glow from the doorway, it's quite dark. Hello? Somebody in here with me? Can you make a noise, please?
Voices. Yelling.
I just want to say hello. Are there any of the children here that played with the toys?
Guys, is anybody yelling?
Someone's yelling. Jane just said, I'm sure someone said,
What?
I can hear it sound like men yelling.
No?
It's happened twice now.
oh wow.
Outside, inside?
Can't tell, but it's from a distance.
How loud?
Well, loud enough for me to hear. It's not like really loud in here, but from the tone, the yelling.
I didn't hear it.
How you feeling, Phil?
I'm alright.
You don't like it up here, do you?
No, but I'm not on my own, so.
Okay. Lone vigil later.
What?
Lone vigil later.
No,
There's some toys up here if you want to move them. Want to play a game?
Somebody in here with me?
There's footsteps. There's footsteps.
Footsteps from above, I think. It's like dragging.
What? Thank you. Thank you so much. That was a lot louder. You should have heard that. Can you do another one? Slight footsteps again then, upstairs. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, what's that? That were weird. It might have been that carpet. That were weird, that.
When?
I went to move over this way and it felt like something stopped my leg from moving. Like something was stood there.
Oh.
And the carpet is raised, but it's not going to stop my foot from moving.
Hmm.
Right, we're into vigil number
3.
3. Myself and Jane have come into the back of the bar area. Phil is actually sat in the bar, so we can see him through the doorway. But he's on his own, and Miki's on the hub as well, on his own.
Right. So if there's anybody here that can hear my voice, I'm here alone. Sound over there then. So if you want to communicate with me, you can. that's possible.
If you were in here earlier when I came in, are you still here? Can you let us know by making a noise?
I can hear voices. I can hear voices. Yeah, male voice.
You can hear voices?
Can hear male voice, yeah.
Yeah, can you?
Uh-huh. Sit down and I'll listen. Or sit in there and have a listen.
Are you able to go and touch either Phil, Jane or Sarah? I believe that they're in the bar area. Could you go and touch one of them, please? If you don't want to do something in here, and you can hear my voice and you're able to do something, could you go and affect one of those? One of the 3 people that I've mentioned? Sounds like footsteps. 4 or 5. Boom, 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 boom. Like that. Are you upstairs? Boom, boom. Oh wow. Oh, there's nobody upstairs. The only way to get to upstairs is through that staircase around the corner. And there's only me in this room. Hello? Could you come down the stairs for me? What was that? It was like something was thrown on the floor. Could you come down the stairs for me? What was that? It was like something was thrown on the floor. Hello? Wow. Just when I asked him to come down the stairs, it was like something was picked up and thrown onto the stone floor. Could you do that again for me, please? Wow, got chills. Could you come around here and throw something? Wow. Are you playing games in the kitchen? Is that what you're doing? That's amazing. Could you do it again for me?
I'm actually sat inside the little camp dodger. Anybody in here? In this room with me? Can you knock on something?
Not sure if I heard a knock then.
What the hell? That sounded like something was thrown. What the hell? The natural cause of that sound could have been maybe a tree or branch falling and being thrown against the window. That's what it sounded like. Wow. Could you do that again, please? If that was a spirit doing that, if you were doing that, is that possible? Could you throw something again?
Can you make a noise in there now that we've come out?
Phil and Jane have gone upstairs in the other part of the mill. So there's nobody in the bar area at the moment. So when Miki's just been in here on his own, he said he heard what sounded like something moving or being thrown in the kitchen area, which is just beyond here. And also he said it sounded like somebody was tapping on the window outside.
So I'm heading upstairs above the kitchen area where the hub is. Because earlier on I heard footsteps up here. Right, so I'm now in the first bedroom. If there's anybody in here, I'll ask you to make a sound so I can hear you. My name is Miki. Hello. Could you tell me your name?
So someone's been walking around us tonight. We've heard your footsteps. Somebody's heard a whistle. We've heard tapping. We just need you to be a little bit more definite. Can you come closer to us? Can you make a noise right next to us? That was different.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your voice we've heard tonight? We've heard a male and I've heard a female as well. Can you let me hear your voice again?
You got the door to the room there. And the bathroom door. It'd be great if you could open one. So I spent a bit of time up here. I think I'm going to go downstairs and head to the bar area, where at the beginning of the night we had lots of noises, chair moving, whistle, creaks on the floorboards. So I'm going to head back there on my own. Hello, if there's anybody here, you can hear my voice. Hello. It'd be great to communicate with you. My name is Miki. I heard some strange things earlier.
Is anybody in here with me now? There's knocking upstairs. Is anybody in here with me now? There's knocking.
Hello? Oh, this doesn't feel right now. This does not feel the same as it did earlier. This feels wrong. I actually feel like something's closing in on me. Oh dear.
So it's the end of the night here at Ponden. Do you know what? I've really enjoyed it. It started off really well. Me and Miki went into the bar area right at the back and we heard noises in there. One really loud noise that sounded like a chair moving.
I thought the activity tonight was pretty impressive. Lots of audio noises, whistles, bangs, the chair possibly moving.
Another surprising place, completely different again. The areas that we thought when we did our little walk round that were going to be the scariest, if you like, seemed to be the least active tonight. But we did have an awful lot of activity. There was a lot of footsteps, bangs, things being thrown.
Yeah, interesting evening. Bit quiet for me on a personal note. I did hear a male voice when I was in the bar area and I couldn't work out who that was or where it was coming from. Upstairs I thought it was going to be more substantial, but again on the quiet side for me. But the other guys had something more happening to them, especially Miki in the CCTV hub.
Things being thrown in the kitchen area. Very, very active night. Really good.
We were kind of thinking that upstairs would be more active, but as it turned out, I think it was more centralised around the bar area and certainly in this room that I'm sat in now.
And what a fabulous location. We do keep pulling these fantastic places out of the bag.
Good for those guys, but a bit quiet for me. That's the way it goes though.
All in all, I enjoyed it. Really good place, and it's been a great night.
God, that scared me to death then. Tin of paint looked like a bloody face.
Go over there. Go that way. Oh my God. What the f***? Scared me to death.